I'm just gonna deal with it this time. We're just gonna have to suck it up and deal with it. See what happens. See how many of them actually attack. Do I actually have any food? Perfect. I don't have a lot of food. So let's just get up on top. They're probably gonna attack up here. Don't even know if I have any arrows. I have 15 arrows. So let's see how many of them actually attack. I have a big problem. If you've been following the videos I've been doing on the series where I'm playing in this new world that I created, the Grounded Forever world, you may remember that I moved my base, or I'm moving my base location over to here, creating a new base up on top of this little retaining wall. The reason for that was I'd never built here before. I thought it was a good idea, and there's no there's no hostile creatures directly nearby. There will be later on. There'll be mosquitoes, and then I think there's actually wasps later on over top the island over here, but they're pretty far away, so they shouldn't bother me. The only problem is, as I've been sitting here rearranging the house and trying to figure out how I want the roof to work, what has ended up happening is I have multiple times got the message saying the mosquitoes want you gone or something along those lines, meaning that the mosquitoes are going to raid me. So I guess the dilemma here is, and I kind of want your help with this, so let me know in the comments down below which one of these options you think might be the best idea here. And so the three options are going to be, and actually while you're down there, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already done so. The three options are going to be, one, I just keep building here and deal with the mosquito raids that are going to happen, because I really like the layout of this house, the way I've built it. I ended up figuring out how to make the roof look the way I want to look. It's going to have some more trim on it, but I'm just kind of like laying out how I want it to look on both sides. And then I also have like the nice little patio down here, and I figured out how I wanted that to look. And I'm still messing around with the inside, but that's option number one, is just leave it as it is and just stick it out. Option number two is going to be that I turn off, I keep building here, but I change the game to a custom game mode and turn off faction reactivity, which would then kind of, I don't really like the idea of that, because the main issue with that is I wanted to build somewhere where I actually have to defend my base. If I disable the faction reactivity, I'm just never going to have to defend my base. I guess I could just turn it back on later on. So that's kind of an option. Like, it is an option if I want to stay here and I don't want to have to deal with it, that I could do that. Option number three is I just abandon this building location and build somewhere else. Now, what I did was I actually went over to, I went online and started searching and see, is there a map that will show you the location of where where it's safe to build and where it's not safe to build. I found a single map that kind of just showed, here's where you can roughly build and here's where you can't. And the weird thing is, on that map, where I'm currently built here is sitting in the safe zone. So clearly it was I guess a player-made map without, maybe I guess they tested in some ways, but not like, obviously they couldn't thoroughly test and build every single location. But it looks like that map is either not accurate or something has changed since it was published. So what ends up happening is I'm actually getting attacked here. So the third option would be I just move somewhere else that's safe. And let me sleep real quick and I'll show you on the map. We'll see if they actually attack me in the morning. All right, so it's morning. They haven't attacked just yet, or it hasn't triggered the notification that they're going to attack. Maybe it's just because I have stuff on this rock. I don't know. The mosquitoes are so far away. I don't understand why I'm in their territory, but it sounds like the entire grassland, the wetlands area here, as it's called, unofficially, is the area that is their area. So when I looked at the map, I'm just going to go over here real quick. Let me look at the map. I'm just going to kind of stay away and hope they don't actually attack. That map online essentially showed that it's happening right now. I'm just gonna deal with it this time. We're just gonna have to suck it up and deal with it. See what happens. See how many of them actually attack. Do I actually have any food? Perfect. I don't have a lot of food. So let's just get up on top. They're probably gonna attack up here. Don't even know if I have any arrows. I have 15 arrows. So let's see how many of them actually attack. And there they are down here. What are they going for? Oh, they're gonna attack. Wait, they don't attack the pet anymore, right? So the good thing is they were, like I said, they were nerfed, so they're not as hard to kill. The problem is, I just don't want to have to deal with this I don't know how often this happens. I got attacked by I got attacked by the, whatchamacallits, the orb weavers. I took them out. So that's it. It was only 3 of them. So that wasn't that bad. I think they escalate over time. I think. Not exactly sure. So anyway, with that said, that wasn't that bad, but they probably dealt some damage. Do I have, where's my repair tool? Let's see if they've dealt damage to anything. Yeah, they've damaged stuff. So fortunately, this stuff is free to repair. The main issue is going to be like, I don't know, what happens if more of them attack? But anyway, when I was looking at that map, it didn't really show a whole lot of areas that were safe to build, which was really kind of weird. The areas that it showed safe to build, there was like some spot. It said up here on this wall was safe to build, and kind of like down here a little bit, which doesn't make any sense to me because the mosquitoes are like all over this place down here when you turn in the chips. The center of the yard, so the mysterious machine is here. Most of the area around the mysterious machine was safe. Along the, like anywhere on the pond was safe. This is possibly, I don't know when this actual change occurred, like putting the full I don't know when they, I know the faction reactivity was in the game at 1.0, but I don't know if they've modified it since. But in 1.0, my save, I built on the lily pads, and the whole pond was safe because nothing can get to you there. There were some spots, like, I think, like, up here on this, like, there's, like, a fallen log up here that you can build on. I believe the brawny bin is safe to build on top of, although that's kind of interesting because there are wasps underneath of it, which would be, I don't know, might be kind of dangerous. There was a spot like over here somewhere by the hedge. There was like some limited spots actually in the hedge, and then the safest places seem to be the left side of the map. So like somewhere down here, like this giant area, and then the whole trash heap seemed to be safe. I guess because there's no other bugs over there. But what I want to know is, what do you think I should do here? Should I just keep staying building here? Should I turn off faction? Should I stay here and just deal with it? Should I stay here and turn off the raids? Or should I just move my base? There was another place, and it just happens to also be... There was a place I found that is actually inside what is allegedly the safe zone. I'm going to go look for food while I'm talking here. That is allegedly inside the safe zone. That also has a lot of resources that I was thinking about building something later on that I could move to. But for now, like, I really just... I don't know. I farmed all these resources over here, and I do have to farm some more, but it shouldn't take that much time because I basically just have to build the roof. And that's not going to take a ton of... It's not going to take a ton of weed stems. So it shouldn't take me that long to farm it. And there's like a infinite clovers over there. But the question is, do I build the house and then deal with it? Or do I build the house, turn them off? Or do I leave? I don't know. It's a kind of a hard dilemma for me to decide here. I like to deal with the base attacks. Unfortunately, mosquitoes are going to be one of the problems because they attack from the sky. And the only way to defend against them is the turrets. And I haven't unlocked any of the turrets yet. So... I have to figure out, I can unlock the turrets, I guess, but then in the, as you just saw there, where I just attacked, where I was just attacked from, they didn't even attack the roof, they attacked underneath, so they didn't even attack up top where I was, where I would have turrets, so I don't know how to deal with that as well. I guess I could possibly just shoot them as they're coming down, but in any case, I feel like defending against flying enemies is going to be an issue in that in any location, to be honest, but... With having seen on like I loaded up my 1.0 save just to see kind of like what was going on with the map. I didn't even realize that wasps were literally all over this area too. There's like 2 wasp spawns over this water area over here, and that also leads me to believe like if I build zip lines, am I gonna have any? I'm gonna have issues building zip lines out of where I am and having to like go through where wasps are flying around. If the wasps are flying around and there's mosquitoes flying around, I certainly can't zipline through them without the risk of aggroing them and have them knock me off of it or just making them angry because I'm constantly flying through their territory. So part of me is leaning towards like, I just don't want to build there. I'm kind of sad though, because that location it has a really cool, like I had a really cool build that I wanted to lay out there. And I thought it was going to look pretty nice. Also, I did end up killing a firefly. I think I killed 2 fireflies because they were stuck on my dew collector while I was building. I wasn't recording at the time, and I was like, you know what, they're stuck here. Let me just kill them and get that. That was it was actually one of the quests that was unlocked. Refill quest. Okay, gastro glue. I can't even do that yet. Craft 5 smoothies. That's super easy. I'm farming the raw science here, so I shouldn't have a problem buying everything, at least not in the base game. Once we get to NG+, although I heard NG+, you can get raw science much faster. So anyway, back to the, as I'm going back over to my base here, what do you think I should do? I'm really gonna kind of leave it up to, I guess I'll decide this week. Maybe the stream I do this week, I'll kind of just discuss it live on the stream, but I'd love to hear your comments down below. What do you think? What would you do if you're in this situation? Would you just suck it up and deal with it? I don't know. I think a lot of people just turn the faction reactivity off. I'm not really worried about the achievements because I can get the achievements that I'm missing on my 1.0 save. My base is on the lily pad. I'm literally ready to go to NG Plus immediately. So that would knock out, I think, 2 of the achievements, and then the other 2, I think there's something like I can deal with the ant queens, and then completing NG plus one time would not be an issue, again, because my base is located on the lily pads, which is kind of safe. So I'm not really worried about the achievements on here, which means I could easily just convert it to a custom game. I guess I could toggle on and off faction reactivity. And, you know, maybe over time it'll die down because I won't be traveling through this area specifically over and over and over again, which might be the issue that's causing it. The fact that I'm like up on the wall and constantly having to go back and forth and farm resources, maybe once I'm finished building the house, the situation will resolve itself. I don't know. If you've built in this place, let me know if you have had to deal with the raids up here. I feel like at least 1 or 2 people said they've built here before, and I don't recall them saying they had to deal with raids from mosquitoes. But anyway, so maybe to help you out in determining like what you think you would recommend I do, let me just quickly show you what I plan on doing here for filling this out. So this is essentially just going to go all the way down, and I'm just going to fill this out here, and then it's going to look the same up here. So we're just going to take this, drag these over there, and we're going to need to put walls up here. So this is kind of what it would look like. This will give you an idea of the blueprints for what it'll look like. It'll actually give me an idea of also how much more resources I'm going to need to farm to finish this house, because I don't actually know just yet. And this, like I said, I've said this so many times, the blueprint feature is amazing because it not only lets you kind of lay out what you want to do first, it also tells you how many things you need in order to be able to finish it. So I can just quickly lay this out. It'll give you an idea of what the house is actually going to look like. I don't know why it didn't copy there. Right, that's that. Because what I wanted to do was, I figured out originally, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll just put a bedroom over here. But what I decided was, I think it would actually look better if I put like a loft up here, or like just kind of an upstairs. That is going to be the, it'll basically be the attic. It'll almost be like an attic, but a bedroom. So there will be a bedroom up there that, or even I could actually put the bedroom down low and put all the crafting stuff up there. So one way or another, I haven't decided how I'm going to lay it out. This is kind of like giving you an idea of what it's going to look like. It's going to look the same on both sides. And again, I'll just fill it in here. And the thing that's really frustrating is I really liked the idea of how this was going to look in terms of like an actual build. So having to have this these mosquitoes rain on my parade has been a little bit frustrating. So, all right, this goes here. Where's this go? Oh no, we got to put a wall here. So these would go all along there. Almost fill that in. And this would go here. Yeah, so it's something like that. It's going to be hard to reach it at this point, but I think you kind of get the idea of where I'm going with this. It's going to be the same on both sides. And then I would also do something like I did before, where I do the little trim, because I think this makes it look a little bit nicer. So we do the trim like all the way along here. I think that's most of the way down. Clovers are not going to be an issue. I don't think sap's going to be an issue because I do have the sap collectors down there. The issue is going to be the weed stems. That might be the thing that's going to take a while to farm. And then I would do the same thing down here. Again, all the way along the edge, if it lets me. To there. What's that look like? I went a little bit too far. But yeah, we'd go all the way up the top too. Oh, it did two. Did it do a double layer? Anyway, I think you kind of get the idea of what I'm doing here. I don't know why it did a double layer, but I know it didn't. It's fine. That's kind of what it would look like. Get rid of that, and then it would just go all the way up there. So the house would be basically symmetrical when we got that up there. I got to get rid of. So basically the plan is going forward. What am I going to do next in here? I'm going to probably decide. I'm going to 100% decide this week. Am I going to stay here or am I not? And I'm going to look at the comments for this video. I'm going to discuss it during my live stream this week and get feedback on kind of what people think. And then in any case, I'm going to, the next video in this series is going to be, I'm going to do the pond. I'm going to finish that. If I decide I'm going to finish the house, I'll finish the house and then I'm going to do the pond. And it'll probably be all in one video because I'll farm up the resources to finish the house. That won't take that long. Obviously, I probably won't be able to move everything over here just yet if I decide to stay here. And then I'm going to go do the pond. I already have a lot of the stuff for the pond. I got the gill tubes as well as the fin flops. I farmed the resources for those and they're sitting in my other house over here where I can just easily just grab those and go in and start doing the pond. And I think I can do the pond's not going to take, the pond lab itself will not take that long. The entire pond might take a little bit longer because there's tons of caves and stuff to explore, but I think that's where I'm going to leave it for this video. So again, let me know in the comments down below what you kind of think I should do. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss that live stream when I go live this week, and hit the like button while you're down there. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.